This segment is brought to you by Barker Honda. It's better at Barker. On Sunday in Westwego, the Westbank Musicians Hall of Fame inducted several musicians from the Bayou area in their Hall of Fame.
We like to honor musicians that's been playing for over 25 years, from the bridge in New Orleans all the way down to Morgan City up to the Baton Rouge Bridge, just to honor these guys for their commitment and the service they provided for everybody in the past, you know. It's a great honor to be in Westbank Musician Hall of Fame. For years past, it used to always be swamp pop, swamp pop, swamp pop. Well, when I got involved, we started, you know, it don't have to just be swamp pop. We love swamp, I play swamp pop. But we do country, you know, we do rock and roll, whatever genre. As long as you're a musician for 25 years, that's what qualifies you. And like this year, we got a different variety of all kind of stuff, man. It's going to be a great event today. Great.
My name's Mary Grace Parent. I'm the treasurer and one of the founding board members of this organization. We'd like to welcome all of you to the Westbank Musicians Hall of Fame, and I'd like to welcome the 2024 inductees, their families and friends, to our ceremony. At this time, I'd like to introduce the Board of Directors of the Westbank Musicians Hall of Fame. President, Mr. Ryan Foray. Vice President, Ms. Dot Terrio. Secretary, Ronnie Boudreau. Sergeant at Arms, Mr. Matthew Reveal. And a very honorary member of this board is Mayor Robert Billiard. This nonprofit organization was formed and filed on August the 15th, 2002 with the Secretary of State of Louisiana. Its function and goal is to give recognition to the Westbank musicians who have entertained us from generation to generation. I'd like to invite right now the mayor to say a few words.
Thank you. It's a great honor to be here with you today. And what Grace said, you always remember the people that did something special for you, and most of the time it was people like you who came out and performed for us to make a function go well. When you want to draw people, you got to draw the right entertainment, first of all, and you're the people that did that for us all these years. So we want to thank you, and we want you to be welcome here in the city of Westwego, throughout the parish of Jefferson, and of course, your recognition from us is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for showing up here today, and we hope that you continue to have a great life. Thank you.
Okay, I'd like to invite Matthew Revere to come say a few words, please.
First of all, welcome to the 2025 Westbank Musicians Hall of Fame induction ceremony. And like Grace said, where we induct the 2024 musicians. The Westbank Musicians Hall of Fame covers from the Greater New Orleans Bridge to Morgan City going south, which covers the technical term of the West Bank. Inductees of this organization have over 25 years of playing music professionally over the course of the West Bank. Inductees, we hope that you take this nomination with pride and with gratitude, as you have worked many, many years. And I hope you have this honor because you worked for it, and it's a pleasure for all of us to enjoy your entertainment. But a special thanks goes to your families. We all know how much family matters, but at the same time, how much you all miss. You miss birthday parties, so many different functions, especially spouses, going different places by themselves, because of the dedication that you have to South Louisiana, making sure that the people of South Louisiana are entertained, living a great life. And trust me, we all know this, especially during COVID. This world does not go around without live music. It's impossible to go around without live music. But the families are the ones who give up so much time and so much effort, missing their very special somebody. So let's clap hands for all the families around here. But all in all, music makes the world go around. So to the class of 2024 inductees, we hope that you enjoy this and take it with pride. So congratulations to all of y'all.
On our first agenda, I want to bring up Reserve Sergeant Eric Lalonde. Where you at, Eric? Come on up. I gotta read it.
Oh, my bad.
The Westbank Musicians Hall of Fame Incorporated wishes to express our heartfelt appreciation and acknowledges his faithful service to our organization. We proudly induct on this day, June 8, 2025, as an honorary member, Reserve Sergeant Mr. Eric Lalonde of the City of Oswego Police Department. Oh, why you didn't tell me that? You got promoted to major. I'll put sergeant.
Okay, it ain't no problem.
Want me to do it over?
No. Right here. Thank y'all.
And he's retired. Thank you, Jesus.
Finally.
Finally.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for
Okay. Our first inductee, I'd like to bring up Mr. Vince Anthony Gazzetta. There he comes. There you go. Vince Anthony was born on June 27, 1936, to Vincent and Mamie Gazzetta and raised in Berwick, Louisiana. He has 3 siblings, Julie, Lila, and Greg. He attended Berwick Elementary, Sacred Heart Academy, Nichols University, and LSU in Baton Rouge. He served as president of Gazzetta Oil Company from 1960 to 1994. Gazzetta Offshore Marine Service from 1965 to 1995. His musical career began in 1957, playing steel guitar, bass, guitar, keyboards, and lead vocals. He played continually from 1957 through 2019, performing Dixieland rock and roll, country, swamp pop, and oldies. In 1959, he formed the band Vince Anthony and the Blue Notes, which continued to 2019. The band played numerous festivals, clubs, bars, lounges, Mardi Gras balls, etc. in Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. He first recorded the song Never and Sneaking Home at Hilton Records in Alexandria. He recorded for Viking Records in Crowley, Cosmo Studios in New Orleans, Montel Records in Baton Rouge, and Midnight Gold Records in Morgan City. He recorded a total of 21 CDs, 5 45s, 3 LPs, and 2 singles. Vince performed at numerous venues, too many to list all, but here's a partial list. The Capitol Building in Washington, D.C., the Petroleum Festival, the Scorpio Lounge, Land of Ponds, Yogi Bear Campground, Spas, Tiki Lounge, Boutique Bingo Hall, Treasure Chest Casino. It goes on and on and on and on. Vince married the former Debbie Godfrey in 1988. The couple raised 5 children, have 8 grandchildren and 2 great-grandchildren, and they currently reside in Morgan City, Louisiana. Mr. Vince Anthony, y'all.
Watch Mary Grace.
Oh, I'm tickled to death. I'm 89 years old, and I've been playing for 75 years. And it's time. I really appreciate it. So, I don't know, it's been one of the greatest things in my musical career.
Our next inductee, Mr. Brett James Ossimon. Brett was born on November 20th, 1973 to Shirlene Thompson and Ronnie Ossimon. Raised in Algiers and attended John Curtis Christian School, class of 92. Brent has one sister, Lindsay. As a child, Brent watched his dad playing drums, and in the 80s, his dad was a drummer for Score, who at the time were backing New Orleans legend Lee Dorsey. At the age of 9, Brent played drums for one song at the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival while backing up Lee Dorsey. When he actually started doing gigs, he wasn't old enough to be in the club. He spent his 18th birthday at Rhythms on Williams Boulevard with the first local band he played with called Night Shift. In 1994, he relocated to Southern California to pursue a music career. He started out doing studio sessions and playing with many different wedding and corporation bands. In 1998, he was introduced to Mr. Dennis Rodman, yes, the basketball player, which developed into a 20-plus year friendship. Mr. Rodman introduced Brent to many musicians and songwriters. He was then introduced to Kowalczyk Brothers? Kowalczyk. He ain't from here. Brothers from the live band, which brought him into the world of rock and roll. From that point, he played and recorded with bands Live, Adams and the Wait, Fiona Apple, The New Black, Seven, Jaded, Scarlet Crush, and the Smithereens. Also while in California, Brent worked at a Costa Mesa Studios as a staff producer and session drummer. Soundhouse Music and Fat Planet Music as a composer for television and film production. After being in California for 20 years, Brett decided to come back home 9 years ago. Since being back, he's worked at the Music Shed Studios as a producer alongside of Jack Millet for the first 6 years. At that time, he played up and down Bourbon Street with various bands, as well as with a local band, Mojo. Brent is currently the drummer for White Lion, which has 2 tours of the United States, and is currently scheduled in 2025 to tour Australia and the Philippines. Wow. Brent has 2 children, Nola, who can sing, I want to tell y'all. and Zane, which are the light of his father, Ronnie, and stepmother, Gracie's eyes. He currently resides in Bayou, Louisiana. Round of applause for Mr. Brent Arsenault.
Is that right?
Okay, our next inductee is Mr. Lawrence Anthony. They call him Mudflap Barrios. Born on June 1st, 1958 in Port Sulphur, Louisiana, to Vincent and Patricia Barrios. He was raised in Venice and in Belle Chase, Louisiana. Lawrence has one sister, Dondra, two brothers, Vincent and Joseph. Joseph is deceased. Lawrence had been a musician playing bass for 46 years. Some of the bands and venues he has performed with are as follows: The Good Guys, Louisiana Outlaws with Gary Smith, Dwight Breland, Wayne Merrill, and at B&W's Lounge, and Carter Country, Luzanne, the band Luzanne, with Dwight and Jim Breland at the Holiday Inn, Broncos, and touring the Midwest. He's played with Mississippi South with Sherry Trahan Breland, Dwight and Jim Breland, and Carol Berzos at Broncos and Mudbugs. He was at the house band at Old Charlie's. I used to go there in the morning. I did, after I got off of work at night.
Don't let any secrets out now.
Everybody was at Old Charlie's. With Dwight, Jim, Alan Hebert, and in the late night venue, Simon Says with Jimmy Simon, Linda Montgomery Reed, Alan Hebert, Dwight and Jim Breland, Fifth Avenue with Mike Hatch and Marty Swagman at local clubs and weddings. Played with Summer Breeze with Kenny Klein, Boozy Jackson, Devin Newberger, Gerard Guggenheimer, and at local clubs and weddings. Played with Faith Becknell, an American Idol Top 20 girl, at local clubs and weddings. Played with T. Canal?
Yeah.
That's it. With Lance Caruso, I don't know. Will Durville and Rob Davis at the Bayou in the French Quarter. He's co-owner of Dental Images for the past 32 years. Lawrence and his wife, Marjorie, of 33 plus years, raised two daughters, Amanda and Lauren, and the couple reside in Gretna, Louisiana. Round of applause for Mr. Lawrence Barrios.
Pick your feet up.
Miss Linda Lynn Cantrell. Lynn was born on September 16, 1954 to Anna Nell Richard Thibodeau and Lawrence Sonny Thibodeau in Houma, Louisiana. She's the younger of two, has a sister named Bernadette Thibodeau. She started playing alto sax, wow, at 5th grade and continued all through high school. She began her singing career in Thibodeau at the Cellar Club with Randy Richard on keyboard and Junior Rodrigue on lead guitar. They played various functions around the Lafourche Terrebonne area for many years. She joined the club Backseat Memories with Mike Fangay on tenor sax, Joey Adams on lead guitar and vocals, Roger Nakant on rhythm guitar and vocals, and her husband Stan on drums and vocals. Lynn continues to record at Digital Sacalay Productions, with Pershing Wells in Houma for the past 20 years. She's currently working on her 6th album project. Her first CD was Red Satin, her second was Satin Dreams, her third was Country Diamonds, her fourth was Country Pride, and her fifth was Rhythm. She's honored to have met and became friends with Louisiana's own Jimmy Clanton and his executive associate Sandy Weeks. His mega hit, Just a Dream, and Venus in Blue Jeans made him a teen idol. Lynn wrote and recorded a song entitled Jimmy, Oh Jimmy, about him. She performed the song on stage for Jimmy at his Baton Rouge concert and at his Matthews concert. She also one of his backup singers at the Harangue Civic Center concert in Thibodaux. Lynn was honored and very appreciative when Jimmy wrote a song for her entitled I Gave You My Heart, which she recorded and is on her Rhythm CD. She also recorded a duet with Jimmy entitled Gee Whiz, which is also on her Rhythm CD. Lynn and her husband Stan, who is also a member of the Westbank Musicians Hall of Fame, reside in Shreveport, Louisiana. Round of applause for Miss Lynn Cantrell.
What makes you cry? I can't tell you how deeply honored I am to get this award. It means the world to me. After they gave it to me, my eyes were full of tears, so it really touched my heart, and I'm deeply appreciated.
Okay, we got another one from down the Bayou. Mr. Zach Sherabini. Or should I say Sherami? Zach was born in 1976 in Raceland, Louisiana, to Zachary Sheramy Sr. and Mona Champagne. He's a graduate of South Lafourche High School and been working in the oil-field business for 25 years. He started playing gigs in high school, and it's been a large part of who he is ever since. Even 38 years later, he is just as obsessed with the guitar as he was when he was 10 years old. He's been very fortunate to be a part of bands through the years, playing guitar and vocals. Zach has performed with the Dream Junkies, No Boundaries, the Steve Williams Band, Zydecosis. That don't sound good. Velvet Sky, the Blue Label Trio, the Les Deadlies, that sounds worse. Mule Kick, Zach and B3, and currently with Shorts. You wear shorts? In December. Some of the places he's played are Greenhouse, the Brick House, Jimmy's Music Club, Ruby's Roadhouse, the Texas Club, the Varsity, Bourbon Street Blues, House of Blues in New Orleans, also in Myrtle Beach and in Chicago, Boogie Bar in Nashville, also playing casinos from Lake Charles to Biloxi, many festivals like the Voice of the Wetlands in Houma, French Quarter Fest, Catfish Fest in Conroe, Texas, and his favorite, the French Food Festival in La Rose. Hard work and luck has taken Zach to countless gigs across 8 states over the past 30 years. Thanks to his family and friends for the support and memories, here's to 30 more. Zach has been married to his wife, Angèle, for 25 years. The couple has 2 sons, Hayden and Pierce, and reside in La Rose, Louisiana. Mr. Zach Sheramy.
just a great honor to be inducted into the Westbank Hall of Fame with many of my friends, and more than anything, it's for the people that have supported me through the years, family and friends who've always come see me play and supported whatever musical endeavor I was in over the past 30 plus years. So to all of y'all, appreciate it.
When we come back, more inductees from this area. Don't go away. This segment was brought to you by Barker Honda. It's better at Barker. This segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. And welcome back as we continue to cover the Westbank Musicians Hall of Fame.
Okay, I'd like to bring up Mr. Rod Fleetwood. There you come. Y'all call him Fleet?
I've been called worse.
Come here, Rod. Oh, come on, now. Right love. Rod was born November 1st, 1963 to Charles and Rose Marie Fleetwood. Was raised in Terrytown. Attended George Cox Elementary, Liverday Middle School, and graduated in 1981 from West Jefferson High School. Rod worked for Cox Cable, Soundtrack Audio, and John Henry Enterprises. He has been a musician for 49 years, playing bass and guitar full-time since 2005. He also was inducted into the Louisiana Music Hall of Fame in 2024, last year. He played bass with Savage White, Rock Tress, 90 Degrees West. He played guitar with Vu Carre Band. He had 3 releases entitled Blues Is Up, Waiting on a Hurricane, and News About the Blues. Rod is currently playing bass with Mothership, a Led Zeppelin tribute band, Bucktown All-Stars, and rock show NOLA.
They like that one.
They like that one, huh? Some of the venues Rod has performed in are Boomtown, Gretna Fest, St. Cletus, St. Andrews, the Four Columns, Spanky's. Oh, that's a blast from the past, huh?
I was underage at Spanky. Can I say that?
You weren't old
I
enough,
was
I
underage.
guarantee you.
I was. About 15, 16.
I lost my place.
Spankies.
Oh, Scratches, Jerry's Place, Jazz Fest, French Quarter Fest, House of Blues, Rock and Bowl, Southport Hall, Treasure Chest, Hard Rock, La Barge Casino, Champion Square, New Orleans Convention Center, Orpheum Civic and Fillmore Theaters, Strawberry Festival, all the major hotels in downtown New Orleans. Rod currently resides in old Gretna. Not New Gretna, old Gretna.
5'3".
70053.
5'3".
Mr. Rod Fleetwood. All right, our next inductee, bring up Mr. Darrell James Grove. Darrell was born on November 20th, 1967 in Plaquemine, Louisiana, the youngest son of 18 siblings. They had television in '67.
Where do you think they put the
to Whitney and Betty Price Grow. He was raised in Baker, Louisiana until the age of 9 when his family moved to Shreveport, where he attended H.L. Bourgeois High School. Although Daryl's father, Whitney, a trumpet player, wished that none of his children to go into that line of work, so Daryl stayed away from any instruments or singing while Whitney was alive. His father died when he was 15 years old. He had 2 brothers that did get into music. He remembers listening to them and going to the bars with his mom and her friends, watching Southern Pride with Bobby and Ronnie Foray and guys like Tony Bergeron. Daryl's brother Wayne recognized his potential and pushed him to get into music. Daryl has been a musician for over 39 years, playing guitar and singing. Daryl's first band, Country Connection, composed of his best friend and his dad. While his brother Wayne kept the band going, Daryl joined Miller Point. Eventually, Daryl came back to Country Connection as lead vocalist, and the band went on tour. The band opened for over 30 national acts, including Toby Keith, Billy Joe Royal, Diamond Rio, John Anderson, Doug Stone, Highway 101, McBride and Ride, Tracy Lawrence, T. Graham Brown, Ricky Van Shelton, Steve Warner, and Leroy Cornell. You ought to be in the Country Music Hall of Fame. Woo! The band also played at some well-known places and events like Cajun 103 Appreciation Show, Thibodeau Fireman's Fair, Broncos Nightclub, and all over the towns of LaRose, Lockport, DeSalmon, and Thibodeau. Daryl put music on the back of his burner with the birth of his 2 daughters. When his daughters were older, he and his brother Jerry started a band called Pepper Jelly and recorded a single, They Don't Break Hearts Like They Used To, written by Dustin Saunier and recorded at Ray Tone Records by Ray Bear and Tony Ordwin. After this single, he started a second band, solely old country, called Daryl Grove and the High Rollin' Band, which is still active. Some of the nightclubs and dance halls Daryl has performed are George's Country Club, Cowboys, the Music Cove in Houma, the Foundry, the Iron Horse, and many others in Thibodeau, and Bear Creek Steakhouse and Saloon in Montpelier. Daryl has worked at international snubbing services for 18 plus years. He's been married to his wife, Fanny, for 29 plus years. They have 2 daughters, Hannah and Hattie, 3 grandchildren, Isabella, Thomas, and Andy. Mr. Daryl Grove, y'all.
Absolutely amazing. I think it's a great thing that they're doing for the musicians. It blew me away. Crazy.
Okay, next up is Mr. Daryl Raymond Hartman. He's not here? I'll be damned. Huh? He didn't sign. Oh, well.
All right, we'll move on to the next one.
I thought everybody was here. All right, next up, Mr. Lonnie James Laperouse. Huh? I thought he was here.
He didn't sign.
Oh, let me go ask, what you call it. Lonnie was born in Houma, Louisiana on December 12, 1971 to Glenn and Lily Laperouse. He's got one brother, Eric. Lonnie graduated from Terrebonne High School, has a Bachelor of Science degree in psychology and a Master's of Arts in Clinical Mental Health Counseling from Nicholls State University. He is primarily a guitarist and vocalist, but also plays bass, drums, and piano for the past 39 years. He picked up a guitar at the age of 8, but didn't get serious till the age of 13. At 14, a friend loaned him an electric guitar and amplifier, and he never looked back. In the 80s, he took his bass player's job in a swamp pop band called City Boys. Later, he started a country band named Sweet Surrender. We later brought in Bobby McCarty on keyboards, who is the father of Jeff McCarty, who's the current singer of Louisiana LaRue. Once back home from the military, he married, had a child, and was working as an electrician. At that time, he was mesmerized by the blues of Stevie Ray Vaughan. Who wasn't? Incorporated those skills into his playing. After a few years later, he was called up on stage with Skyline, featuring Sonny Fox, Danny Lorette, Jason Achette, Percy Bergeron at the Tropical Oasis in Houma. From that moment, he was hooked and decided to start another band. He then played with various local bands in the surrounding parishes, filling in as a guitarist and vocalist. Eventually, he started a three-piece rock band called Trilogy with Mark Duplantis and the late Danny Lorette. The band opened up for Eddie Money, Loverboy, Little River Band, Corey Stevens, 38 Special, and many more. Later, he was asked to join Southern Cross after the guitarist passed away. Also, he later auditioned and became guitar player for a bigger horn band called Soul Survivors. At the same time, he was involved in More Than Sunday, a Christian worship band who recorded 3 albums. He is currently the guitarist and lead vocalist of a rock and roll band, the Canadics? Caniacs. The Caniacs. I'm sorry.
It's spelled right.
It's spelled right, I just didn't know how to pronounce it. It ain't French, that's for sure. And lead singer for Soul Survivors, who has acquired a female vocalist, Summer Roderick. Lonnie is also the guitarist and backup vocalist for Junior Lacrosse's band. Yeah, I didn't know that.
That's my buddy.
Lonnie has played for private functions, festivals, clubs, and halls across the state, and also performed in Denver, Orlando, Texas, and Mississippi. Lonnie's the father of 3 children, Kayla, Luke, and Leo, has 2 grandchildren, Avery and Aubrey. Avery and Harper. Aubrey's my granddaughter. Avery and Aubrey. Sorry about that. And he currently resides in Houma, Louisiana. Mr. Lonnie Laperouse, y'all.
Hey, Avery, I said Avery and Aubrey. That's my kid. That's my grandkid.
Oh, this
this is a great award and it is a great honor to be here. I was telling somebody earlier that it's like, I really do appreciate the award and the accolades, but I feel like I'm getting the best of all worlds because I got to play music for 35, 40 years, and by the way, people appreciate it. I think that's cool.
All right, certainly a lot of musical talent. We've had them all on Laid Back throughout the years. We'll take a break. When we come back, more inductees. Don't go away. This segment was brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. This segment is brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs. All right, welcome back in this final segment as we continue to cover the inductees into the Westbank Hall of Fame.
This young fella, I went to 6th grade with this guy at Harvey Elementary. Mr. William Wayne Merrill.
Come on, boyfriend.
You ain't old, your clothes is old. Wayne was born on August 1st, 1950. You're a year older than me. In Seminole, Texas, to Lucille and William Francis Merrill. You want a chair to sit on? Okay. Okay. He has 2 sisters, Dolores and Donna, both deceased. 1 brother, Mark. At the age of 7, the family moved to Harvey, Louisiana, where he attended Harvey Elementary and Marrera Junior High School, George Cox Junior High in Gretna, and finished high school in the U.S. Army. After his discharge, he attended 2 semesters at UNO. He was a self-taught drummer. His first time playing with the group at the age of 15 was at the Scorpio Lounge, giving drummer Midge Termini, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. That wasn't yesterday, Jack. Giving Midge a break. He didn't get paid. He just played for the experience. His first paying job was at the age of 17, playing 6 nights a week at the Scorpio, and had the privilege of playing with Curly Langley, Robert and Wesley Ferrier, Tommy C., Earl Ortega, Jimmy Trahan, Johnny Bonvillian, Russ Russell, Billy Nord, Jesse Laird, Charlie Bagessi, Jim Stapleton, Mike McKay, Joan Montel, and Barbara St. James. Now you talk about a blast from the past. Whoa. Earl was one of the best steel guitar players around. Anyway, Wayne then left for Florida with Bob Sargent, who was playing at the Silver Eagle Lounge, and got there with a band that needed a drummer. They met up with Gene Tomlinson at the Wagon Wheel and backed up Mel and Pam Tillis. Wow. He left that group and played in Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Texas, and Nevada. Some of the clubs he performed in was the Scorpio, Keyhole, Frank's, The Balcony, Canal Bank Inn. Yeah, that's old. Ain't there no more. Silver Dollar Lounge, the Sheraton and Holiday Inn Circuit in Florida, Wagon Wheel, Straw Hat Lounge, Nashville, Nevada Club, Peppermint Lounge, the Back Door, Carter Country in Harvey and Texas, and Broncos in Gretna. Over the years, Wayne has played with such bands as the Traveling Embers, Country Souls, New Seasons, the Frankie Lowry Band, Ray Salter Band, Bobby Stapler Band, Louisiana Outlaws at Carter Country that backed up George Strait. The band also opened for Ernest Tubb, John Anderson, Peggy Foreman, Charlie McLean, and Larry Brasso. Louisiana Outlaws also played a show at the Superdome with Hank Williams Jr., Merle Haggard, and Danny Davis and the Nashville Brass Band. After his music career, Wayne worked 5 years at Western Geophysical and retired in 2013 with 20 years of service with Schlumberger Seismic. He was married to Loretta Hinderlang for 40 years. When they married, Loretta had 3 daughters, Lisa Breland, Billy Joe Pignolo, I don't know, Therese and Tricia Vise. Wayne has 5 grandchildren, 5 great-grandchildren, and now reside in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. Mr. Wayne Merrill, y'all. Harvey boy.
You from Harvey. I don't care where you was born, you from Harvey.
Our last individual is Mr. Trampus James Pook Sanchez. Come on, boy. Y'all know that Sook's son? I'll tell you a little story in a minute. Born on June 2nd, 1976, Trampet is the son of Randy, Sook, and Cheryl Sanchez, the brother of Samantha A. Sanchez. I'm gonna tell y'all a little story. I worked at the Moulin Rouge for 8 years with Sook, Brian Zerain. Sook was what you call the proverbial good old boy, okay? Whatever was in his head at the time, if you was talking to him, came out his mouth. And he didn't care if you liked it or you didn't like it. He was like Patin's duck, if you get my drift. Okay? Raised in a close-knit community of Choctaw, he attended Chalk Bay Elementary, 6th Ward Middle School, East Thibodeau Junior High School, and Thibodeau High School. Music runs deep in the Sanchez family. Following the footsteps of his father, Sook, Pook is a self-taught musician who has mastered the bass guitar, box guitar, keyboard, and drums. With 36+ years of experience under his belt, his passion for music never wavered. Pook's musical journey has seen him play with numerous bands over the years, including Three of a Kind, Silver Wings, Standing Room Only, Sook and Breeze, Raw Flush, Swamp Country, and countless others. His talent has allowed him to share the stage with a wide array of gifted musicians, including his father, as well as Sterling Abel, Lester Boo Boudreau, T-Boy Savoy, Freddie Rodriguez, Andrews Batto, Shannon Saunier, Brian Zerain, Pete Petrie, Paul Benoit, Daryl Benoit, Mac Rodriguez, Curtis Loop, Brandy Loop, Taylor Rodriguez, Mac Rodriguez, Yves Bourgeois, Danielle Guidry, Robert Bissonnel, Leon Barlow, Derek Tozan, Carl Adams, Keith Damian, Joe Trahan, and many more. Gee. Throughout, many more, I'm sure. Yeah. Well, we ain't gonna be here that long. Throughout his career, Pook has performed some of the area's most legendary venues, such as the Moulin Rouge, Silverado, Howard Johnson, Fred's Place, Foot's Place, Golden Meadow Bowling Alley, the Sunset Inn, the Armadillo Club, Gabby's, Congo Lounge, and various fairs and festivals and VFW events. Pook's family is significant to him. He is a loving husband to Rhonda A. Sanchez, and together they have supported each other through his music career. Pook also is a proud father to Gage, Sydney, Paul, and Madeline. When he's not playing music, he cherishes spending time with his family and enjoys playing music with his bandmates. Today, Pook continues to keep the legacy of his father, Sook, alive through his enduring passion for the music while nurturing the love and support of his family. Ooh. Mr. Sook, Trampus Sanchez, I'm sorry.
It's a very honor to receive what I received, and I'm hoping to keep my family going on with the music.
All right, last but not least, the members of the Blue-Eyed Soul Review. This man right here was the only white man in Fats Domino's band. I guarantee you, because I saw it. The term blue-eyed soul was coined in the mid-60s to describe white musicians who performed soul and rhythm and blues music made popular by black artists. The Righteous Brothers were probably the first artists to be described as performing this style of music. The band was formed to take audiences back to the soulful hits of the 60s and 70s. The group performed sweet soul music of Otis Redding, James Brown, Wilson Pickett, Sam and Dave, Percy Sledge, The Temptations, The Four Tops, Stevie Wonder, and others. They also performed many hits by New Orleans legends like Fats Domino, Ernie Cato, Irma Thomas, Frogman Henry, Aaron, and Art Neville. Blue-Eyed Soul was formed in October of 1983 and was composed of 6 members who all had roots reaching back to this soulful period. As the band came to be known as an opening act or backup band for many legends as Fats Domino, Bobby Blue Bland, Chubby Checker, Delbert McClinton, Irma Thomas, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, The Platters, Percy Sledge, Sam Moore of Sam and Dave, Jimmy Clanton, Tommy Ridgely, the Dixie Cups, Lil Fats Jackson, and others. The band has also performed with many great swamp pop artists, including Johnny Allen, Clint West, Rob Bernard, Warren Storm, Charles Mann, Jivin Jean, Joe Barry, Tommy McLean, T.K. Hewlin, Barbara Lynn, Gigi Shin, and many others. Blue-Eyed Soul has played at nearly every popular nightclub in South Louisiana, including the Bangle, the Godfather, the Scorpio, Executive 2, Callahan's, the Foundry, the Iron Horse, the Armadillo Club, the Tiki, Cajun Landing, Parrots, McGuire's, the Town and Country, Big Daddy's, Sugar's Lounge, and many casinos like Boomtown, Treasure Chest, Silver Slipper, Casino Ridge, Casino Rouge, Casino Magic, Cypress Bayou. The band had performed at many numerous fairs and festivals in Louisiana and Mississippi, including the International Rice Festival, Shrimp and Petroleum Festival, Tarpon Rodeo, Oyster Festival, Jambalaya Festival, Gumbo, Crawfish, Cajun Hot Sauce, Italian Festival. Lord, just... Okay. The band performed 25 consecutive years at the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival, backing up New Orleans rhythm legends as Percy Sledge, King Floyd, Ernie Cato, Eddie Bo, Gene Knight, Frankie Ford, Frogman Henry, Robert Parker, Al Carnival Tom Johnson, and others. They appeared several times on Louisiana Jukebox, a New Orleans Cox cable music show. In 1988, an album featuring Ernie Cato and Blue Eyed Soul was released on Sila record label produced by Milton Baptiste, entitled Burn, Cato, Burn. I remember that. Includes the remakes of his biggest hits. In 2002, the band recorded an album with swamp pop legend Joe Barry, entitled Been Down That Muddy Road. I got that CD. Released on New York's Night Train Records. In 2005, the band appeared in the movie Happy Here and Now, performing a new song by Ernie Cato in a scene filmed at his mother-in-law lounge. During its more than 41-year existence, Blue Eyed Soul has had numerous personnel changes, but always maintained a high level of performance from its veteran musicians. Original members include Pershing Wells, Sleepy Brunet, Phil Roddy, Brian Leitcher, okay, Mike Weiss, and Jimbo Arthur. These musicians deserve recognition since they helped to create the powerful, authentic sound that Blue Eyed Soul Revue is known for. Current members include Tony, Metrogen? Thank you. Tony Metrogen, lead vocals. Errol Bourgeois, lead vocals. Ronnie Osserman on guitar. Mark Gazette Dufresne on bass. Roy Knight on drums. Leon Barlow, keyboard and guitar. Rocky Bush on trumpet. And the man himself, Mr. Mike Weiss on tenor sax. Through the years, with trends in music continuously changing, the band has found it necessary to diversify its vast repertoire to include songs from the 80s to the present, in order to maintain a constant flow of loyal fans attending its shows. This change has brought about a larger and more diverse audience. Blue Eyed Soul Revue's high-energy performance continues to attract loyal fans of all ages and is truly a unique musical experience. I can attest to that. This Blue Eyed Soul Revue, y'all. Oh, wait now, wait for me. Wait for me.
Squeeze them in.
Well, it's a really big event for us, you know.
It's been a long time coming, 41 years of existence, and we're privileged to be and honored to be inducted today.
I joined the band in 1989 and stayed with them pretty much throughout the years, and here I am where we at 2025 and we're still here. So thank the good Lord, you know, and it's been great, man. The guys, a great bunch of guys, and we work well together.
We just thought we needed to be there and give these beautiful musicians some recognition. We've seen many of them on our program over the years. Congratulations to everyone. This segment was brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs.